When you take a baby off CPAP, the cleanup process is very important to prevent infection spreading. It should be done straight away.
If you leave tubes and other equipment dirty, it gives time for bacteria and other germs to multiply and makes things much harder to sterilize later on.
And you also disconnect there.
After taking a baby off CPAP, you should throw away the hat. The tubes and prongs are designed for single use, but you may need to reuse them. If that is the case, they need to be sterilized and dried as soon as possible to stop them becoming an infection risk. The bottle also needs disinfecting and cleaning. They should be soaked for 10 minutes in 0.5 chlorine solution, following the protocols for equipment designed for single use. Make sure you take the bottle, the tubing and connectors apart, and make sure they are submerged properly in the solution.
I'm rinsing my bottle.
After soaking them, they need to be rinsed thoroughly. Make sure that water is allowed to run through the middle of the tubing. If anything falls on the floor, it is no longer clean and needs to be re-sterilized. Finally, hang the tubing to dry and place other accessories to dry on a surface that has been also sterilized. All tubing and equipment needs to be stored in a clean, sterile cupboard. The CPAP machine must be properly cleaned and disinfected after each use. It is made of metal, so whenever possible, use gauze soaked with 70% alcohol rather than chlorine, because chlorine rusts metal. The controls need to be cleaned much more often. If you touch them, then they need to be wiped with gauze and 70% alcohol.
The rule is, if you touch controls of a machine, particularly if it is after handling the baby, then you need to clean where you have touched. Otherwise, there is a risk of passing on infections.